Alright guys, I want to show you how to get about what you see on my screen in Blender. So this is a kind of an engraved lettering on a box, a kind of on a cube. You can see that it's an engraved lettering on a cube. And to show you that it's really engraved, I would turn off the beveling, and let's turn off the beveling so that it will show you. Just go up there and remove from union and change to difference, and then you see that it is actually engraved. See that? Yeah, so I want to show you how to do just this. All right, so let's get into it. Let's open a new folder, a new interface actually, and I would say save this. So let's save this as engraved cube. Okay, and saved. Now we open this new and then start with this default cube. So first of all, I'll go to my dimensions or transform area, and I'm going to change this cube to, I'm going to increase the scale by, let's change this to something like this, something like, let's change to 7, let's say 6, and then on the x-axis, on the z-axis, sorry, I'm going to change it to 7.2, that's to 6. Okay, no, that's much. I will change it to, let's say 2. That's okay. And on the y-axis, let me change it to 2 as well, just for the purpose of this practical. And I would increase this a little. So now let's one thing I like doing is to ensure that my cube sits really on the mesh. So I will go to 1, and I see that this red line is here. You can see the red line. So I'm going to move it up until it sits right on the mesh, on that red line. That is showing that it's on my own surface. So I'm working on the surface. So I would then click 3, and yes, that's just exactly how I want it. So I could now just adjust it to what I want. All right, so the next thing I want to do is to go to my add section and click text, and you see the text layer there. You can see it there. So let me scale it out to increase it. Okay, so that's my text layer. Then I'll then use rotate to bring it to what I want, and I want to rotate in the, I actually want to rotate in the z-axis. So R, Z, and I'll rotate it in the z-axis for now. So that's what I want. So let's use this to actually take it to 90. Hit enter, and you can close this dialog box. And then you want to rotate it on the y-axis, and that will be RY, and I would click this down and open the rotate, and that is also 90, and I'll click enter, and exactly. But I want to ensure that it is really seated here on the block, so I would turn it around. I can see that it is not seated on the block. We want to bring it to the surface of the block, somewhere around here. So I'm going to hit my move button. So move, and in the X direction, so GX, and you can see that it's coming to the surface right now. So, but one thing is also certain, I need it to be center aligned. So I'm going to go to the text button, that's the A here, and I would, by default it's actually on the left, so I will click center, and let's go back there. It is center aligned, but I want it to be up, so I will just use my G in the Z axis to ensure I'm doing it rightly, and I move it up. to where I want it to be. So that is it. Now the next thing I want to do is to go into the edit mode and actually type what I want. So I'm saying that it's not yet seated perfectly, but let's go ahead to the edit mode. Remember that anything you do after now can never be adjusted again. That is the text. So I'm going to type in yappy that way, and I will go back into the object mode, and this time I would want to select. So we are going to change this to a mesh. To do that, we just click the object menu, and we go to the object menu and go to convert and convert it into a mesh. And once you've done that, you see that there's now a triangle beside the text that shows that you've converted it into a mesh. So the next thing we do, if you go to the X-ray mode or the wireframe mode, you see all of this it's not quite clean. You see all of these wire meshes all around, which shows that it is not quite clean. This will give a problem for your engraving later in the in your production. So let's quickly clean that up, and that is to do that, we go to the settings menu where you have this plier, something like that. I don't know what it's called. So we now go to add modifier and we go to decimate. Okay, we click on decimate, and you notice that here I have 132. That's quite large. So I would go to planar and see that it has kind of cleaned up everything. Okay, so let us apply this. Then go to your edit mode and ensure that the vertices is pointed, is clicked. Then press A and then go to mesh, and then go to vertices, then go to merge and then select by distance. Okay, then here you go, you see here this operator box, you have 0.001. let us change this to 0.01. 0.01. Enter and close the box. Okay, so we see this is much better. We have some vertices here, but let's go back to the object mode. Okay, then click on the let's go to add modifier, and then click on the boolean. Well, before we go to that, let's go to the solidify modifier. Okay, so click the solidify modifier and let's change the thickness value to 0.2, and then let's turn on the solid view mode. To do that,